Hey there everyone, it's Brendan here from Crypto 101, and in today's tutorial, we're going to be walking through how to purchase Shiba Inu futures contracts on the Coinbase exchange. Now, a lot of people have been waiting for this because for the longest time, Coinbase would not allow users to trade on leverage, but in some recent updates, they have been expanding the list of cryptocurrencies that are available for leverage trading through futures contracts. So without further ado, I want to make sure that I show everyone in a step-by-step manner how to trade these contracts. So I'm going to go ahead and remove myself off the screen here so that we can see this just a bit more clearly. And the first thing that you need to do is go down to the bottom left-hand corner of your Coinbase screen once you're logged in and turn on Coinbase Advanced. Now, once you do this, it's going to go ahead and load you in, and you're going to need to go to the futures options. Now, once you do this, it is going to load you up to a pretty basic screen that a lot of us might already be familiar with if you've traded on Coinbase Advanced before. Something else to note here is that depending on your account status, you might have to enroll or apply for Coinbase Advanced. But once you get approved, the process is pretty simple, and you'll see a screen like this one. Now, if you want to trade Shiba Inu specifically, you're going to come up to the top left-hand corner of your screen, click on the search bar, and then type in SHIB. Now, you're going to have a couple of options here, but the one that you're going to want to choose is for the month that you are actively in. So at the time of recording this, we are in November. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the SHIB 29 November 24 contract. Now, once I go ahead and do this, it's going to go ahead and bring up a chart. I can adjust this. I can increase the time scale or make it lower. Whatever I want to do. I can even move my chart around a little bit if I want to. But when it comes to actually trading this asset, there's a couple of things to understand. Number one, you're going to have an order book right here on the right-hand side of your screen. This is going to allow you to see what the buyers and sellers are doing and where the majority of orders are stacked at so that you can place your own order with a little bit more information. Now, if you want to go long and bet that the price of Shiba Inu is going to go up, then you're going to go over to the right-hand side of your screen. You're going to click Buy Long, and then you have a couple of options. Now, personally, I like to use a limit order for all futures contracts because this is making sure that I get filled at a very specific price. So let's just say that I wanted to get filled down here a little bit lower at around, maybe just 1900 flat or 1.9 cents. So what I would do is I would say, hey, I want to trade one contract, or maybe as many as I want. Maybe I want to do 10, right? But if I want to trade one contract, then I would just type in here 1900. Now, if I want to do this based off of the order book, well, I can come over here and just click on the order book. And as you'll see that, as I am clicking around here, you are going to see the limit price change. Again, this is the price that I am purchasing at. So as I click over here, it is going to change. So if you want to do it this way, it certainly is an option that is available. The same thing goes for selling. If I want to bet that the price of Shiba Inu is going to go down, I would click the sell/short option, and then I would come back over here, figure out what price point I want to start shorting at, and then place my order there so that I can be filled at a later time. So let's say that, hey, I don't want to short right where we're at, but I want to short a little bit higher, maybe closer to like 1.93 cents. So I could either come over here and click on that, or I can just type it into my limit price. I can say, hey, I want to do X amount of contracts. And what that means by a contractual value is that you'll see that each contract, if I only have one selected, comes out to be roughly $193. And what that means is that each contract is going to cost you a specific amount of money, because this is a little bit different from normal crypto trading, whereas instead of buying a certain amount of coins or shares, you are actually buying these contracts that cost you a specific amount of US dollars. So when it comes to the Shiba Inu contracts, for example, you'll see that each contract has a margin requirement of $82.18. Now, this will vary over time, but since it's leveraged at 2.35x, it is multiplying this and saying, hey, you're getting, just over 2 times the exposure per contract, but all you really need is $82 to be able to buy this thing. So if I want to buy 2 contracts, then I can go ahead and do that. And it's going to say, hey, now this is going to cost you $164.36. And so on and so forth. And so you can scale this with as many or as little contracts as you want. It's just important to understand that you cannot do a fraction of a contract. You have to purchase contracts in whole. So it has to be a whole number like 1 or 2 or 10 or etc. You cannot do like 1.55 or 1.75 or anything like that like you normally could with normal spot trading in the crypto markets. And so that's just an important thing to understand and something that is a little bit different. But if I want to go long over here, and let's just go ahead and go back to the long option and say, hey, I want to get long a little bit closer around 1900. Well, I can go over in here. I can just type that in. And now I can go ahead and click buy. And so, what we'll see here is that if I go to my orders tab, I now have a Shiba Inu order that is pending and open, as you can see from the status option over here. And then that is all that there really is to it. So that's going to wrap us up, everyone. I hope all of you enjoyed this tutorial and you found it useful. If you did, make sure that you stick around. We got a lot more tutorials coming your way, especially when it comes to Coinbase in the future. And we can't wait to see all of you in the next episode.